Good evening and welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Nadun Sirivardhana. Let's have a look at the headlines. President calls for infrastructure upgrades to boost Sri Lanka's tourism sector. Joint efforts by Sri Lanka and embassies liberate 14 nationals in Myanmar. News in detail. President Kumara Dissanayake emphasized the importance of enhancing infrastructure and services to elevate Sri Lanka's reputation as a leading global tourist destination. During a discussion held at the Presidential Secretariat recently, the President directed officials from the Ministry of Tourism to prioritize quality improvements in facilities and services for visitors. This comes as Sri Lanka aims to attract 3 million tourists this year, marking a significant step forward for the sector. Officials briefed the President on the budgetary allocations for tourism projects, highlighting plans to enhance essential infrastructure to support this ambitious target. The President stressed the need for efficient utilization of these funds to ensure the country's tourism offerings meet international standards. Present at the meeting were Minister of Foreign Affairs, Tourism and Foreign Employment Vijitha Herath, Deputy Minister Dr. Ruwan Ranasinghe, and other senior officials including Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumarnayake. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with Sri Lanka's embassies in Myanmar and Thailand, facilitated the release of 14 Sri Lankans forcibly employed in cybercrime centres in Myanmar. The rescue follows sustained diplomatic discussions led by Minister Vijitha Herath, who emphasized the urgency of the matter in talks with Myanmar and Thailand's foreign ministers earlier this year. The ministry has expressed deep gratitude to all parties involved, including international organizations that provided transportation and welfare assistance during this challenging process. Efforts are ongoing to secure the release of remaining trafficked Sri Lankans. The ministry urges the public to remain vigilant against human trafficking schemes and verify foreign employment opportunities with the Sri Lankan Bureau of Foreign Employment to ensure safety and legitimacy. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce hosted a gathering titled An Evening with Diplomats on March 10th in Colombo, bringing together diplomats, business leaders and government representatives. The chief guest of the event, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism, Vijitha Herath, highlighted the importance of diplomatic engagement in advancing Sri Lanka's economic recovery. The event was a platform for the private sector to explore trade and investment opportunities in a globalized economy. He underscored the government's priorities of poverty reduction, digitalization and a clean Sri Lanka, calling on foreign embassies to collaborate closely with the government. Chairman of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, Duminda Hulangamur, emphasized the Chamber's commitment to expanding trade and investment opportunities for its members. Discussions during the evening focused on trade facilitation, economic cooperation and strengthening Sri Lanka's global business presence. Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Officials from the Ministry of Finance presented their steps to increase excise duties on cigarettes before the Committee on Public Finance. The meeting, chaired by Dr. Harsha De Silva, addressed concerns over whether tax revisions would effectively boost government revenue. The committee previously highlighted that the current calculation method appeared to reduce government income while increasing profits for certain manufacturers. After detailed discussions, the committee approved the order under the Excise Act, subject to further clarifications. Additionally, 2 orders under the Special Commodity Levy Act were approved. One extended the validity of levies on 63 essential commodities, while the other granted tax concessions for dates imported for distribution during Ramadan. The committee also approved a protocol amending the tax agreement between Sri Lanka and India to prevent double taxations signed in December 2024. Another group of Sri Lankan workers are said to leave for agriculture jobs in Israel under a memorandum of understanding between the two governments. 8 youths received their air tickets at Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau, with Chairman Kosala Wickramasinghe officiating the event. The group is scheduled to depart for Israel this week. Chairman Wickramasinghe highlighted that the resumption of these opportunities comes with strict regulations. He emphasized that the workers act as unofficial brand ambassadors, carrying the responsibility of maintaining and enhancing future employment prospects in Israel's agriculture sector. He urged them to invest their earnings wisely, return to Sri Lanka, and start businesses to ensure a prosperous future. The initiative, which began in 2023, has already enabled 2,621 Sri Lankan youth to secure agriculture jobs in Israel. Now, the US Embassy in Sri Lanka, in collaboration with the US Sri Lanka Fulbright Commission, has announced the US University Fair taking place from March 20th to the 22nd in Colombo, Galle and Mathura. The event, organized by Education USA, offers students the chance to interact with representatives from 9 accredited American universities and colleges. The fair is open to students seeking admission to undergraduate, postgraduate and doctorate programs, as well as parents and school administrators. While participating is free, prior registration is required. Speaking about the initiative, US Ambassador Julie Chung highlighted the global leadership of American universities in technology, innovation and research. She encouraged Sri Lankan students to explore the opportunities that US higher education offers, noting a 10% increase in Sri Lankan students enrolling in US institutions for the 2023-2024 academic year. Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The All Share Price Index dropped by 255.14 points to close at 15,394.16, and the S&P SL20 dropped by 76.39 points to close at 4,586.27. The turnover was 1.7 billion rupees and over 91 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.